Hello children, today we will discuss Social Studies of Class 4, Chapter 18, Indian Villages and Local Self-Government. So open down page number 135. Let's start. After India achieved freedom in 1947, our leaders adopted democracy as a form of government. First, we have to know what is mean by democracy. Democracy is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. The citizens of a country choose their own leaders. Every citizen of India who is 18 years of age or above has the right to vote. In this way, the people are involved in the ruling of their country. Three levels of government. India is a very big country with a huge population. There are many cities, towns and villages in our country. It is difficult to govern such a large country. To make the process of governing easier, the government functions at three levels. Number 1, central government. Number 2, state government. And number 3, local self-government. First, we will discuss central government. The central government functions from New Delhi, the capital of India. The president, the vice president, and the council of ministers headed by the prime minister form the central government. The central government deals with all the important matters of the country, that is defense, railways, finance, industry, and development. Now we will discuss state government. Each state of India has its own government, which is known as the state government. The state governments are responsible for managing the affairs of their own state. Law and order, transport, health services, industries, etc. The state government has its own council of ministers. The representatives of the people are elected by the people. The leader of the majority party becomes the chief minister of the state. The governor is the highest authority of the state. He is appointed by the president. Now we will discuss local self-government. It is not possible for the central government to manage the affairs of the thousands of cities, towns and villages in the country. The government that is formed by the people of a village, town or city is called local self-government. The local people of a village, town or city elect their representatives or leaders who in turn look after the needs of their people. Local self-government functions at two levels. 1, Gram Panchayat, and number 2, municipal committee or corporation. First, we will discuss Gram Panchayat, that is village administration. Gram Panchayat or village panchayat has been a system of administration in India since ancient times. In ancient times, the king appointed a village headman for every village. The headman and a few elders of the village were responsible for all the civic amenities of their village. This was a very good way of village administration. Therefore, after India became independent, the Gram Panchayat was adopted by the Indian government with a few changes to make it more effective. Panchayat means a council of 5 members. In Hindi language, Panch means 5. The head of the panchayat is known as the sarpanch. The members of the Gram Panchayat are elected by the people of the village who have completed 18 years of age. The Panchayat is elected for a period of 5 years. The Gram Panchayat meets from time to time to discuss and solve problems of the village. It also settles disputes among the people. 1/3 of the seats of the Panchayat are reserved for women. These seats have been reserved to take care of the needs of the women and to improve the condition of women in the villages. Nowadays, many villages have women sarpanch. Some important functions of the Gram Panchayat. Number 1, sanitation and proper drainage system. Number 2, construction and repair of roads and streets. Number 3, providing safe drinking water. Number 4, running of schools. Number 5, digging wells for irrigation. Next, maintenance of street lights, proper running of health centers, and last, planting trees. Municipal committee or corporations, that is town and city administration. Small towns and cities have municipal committee or municipalities like Allahabad and Jhansi. Big cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai and Kolkata have municipal corporations. All the civic amenities in a town or city are provided by these two local bodies. The members of the municipal committee and municipal corporations are elected by the people living in that area. Anyone who has completed the age of 18 years and lives in that area has the right to vote. The election is held after every 5 years and all the members are elected for a period of 5 years. The elected members of the municipal committees and corporations are known as municipal councillors. The municipal committee elects a head among themselves who is known as chairperson or president. The elected head of the municipal corporation is known as mayor. Some important functions of the municipal committee and corporations: keep the city clean, supply of safe drinking water, manage disposal of garbage and sewage, to install and repair street lights, constructions and repair of roads and streets, setting up parks and maintaining them, issue ration cards and open fair price shops, constructions and proper running of health centers and hospitals, controlling any epidemic diseases, maintenance of school, carrying out literacy programs for the poor, and last, register birth and death in the area. To provide all these civic amenities, the local bodies require a lot of money. The money is collected in the form of taxes. For example, road tax, electricity tax, house tax, water tax, entertainment tax, etc. It is therefore important that all the people should pay their taxes regularly. State governments also provide money to the municipal committees and corporations to provide for the civic amenities. We should use the amenities properly so that we can continue to live a comfortable life. Now students, I will discuss few question answers and objectives with you. You can see them on the screen. After discussing question answer, I will discuss with you map pointing. This is physical map of India. First, I am going to discuss sea and oceans and rivers. You can see I have marked with the blue pen. Over here you can see Indus. Then over here Arabian Sea. In between over here you can see Gulf of Kutch. Next over here this is river Narmada. Over here our river Ganga. Next little bit down over here we are having river Mahanadi. Next we are coming at the bottom. Over here we are going to have Indian Ocean. Again I am going up. Over here we are going to have Bay of Bengal. And Brahmaputra is over here. All these rivers, seas and gulfs I have marked with the blue pen to make you understand. Now over here you can see the Great Himalayas. The Great Himalayas is over here. The Great Indian Desert, which is also going to be known as the third desert, is over here. Next, over here we are going to have Aravalli Range. Coming little bit down, over here we are going to have Deccan Plateau. In this left hand side, we are going to have Western Ghat, and in the right hand side, we are going to have Eastern Ghat. So, please do this map, practice this map in your home. Students, hope you all enjoyed the class. Now do the assignment in your social study interleaf copy. Thank you.